Let's do that again. Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Explain. Time to fly again. This time back on Earth. Yesterday, we were exploring space again after a long time. Hey, good evening, Alex. How are you doing? Thanks for joining, man. Always glad you're here. How is our birthday boy doing? Sorry I wasn't able to join the stream. Let me just have a look. I'm just setting up some more things last minute as always. But give me a few seconds. I'm just setting up the Pilot2ATC. Setting up Asian voices. There you go. And metric feet. That should do it. Alright. Was busy killing zombies. Sounds like a blast. Traditional birthday celebration, yeah. Who doesn't, right? That's cool. For today, we are flying with 737 in Singapore. We will be flying from Singapore to Bali. I don't think I've updated Fly Live yet. Let's do that at the same time here. So you guys can see the bar at the bottom update. So we'll be setting it up from Whiskey Sierra 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 to Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta, because I will be going to Bali week after next, I think, something like that. So I wanted to see for myself of how far it is and how it looks when we get there, because I'll be hopefully looking out the window. Wow. That's actually a very, very long distance, 955 miles. We might have to increase ground speed by a bit, because I'm not sure if we can finish it that time. I didn't expect that. It should be only around 2 hours, shouldn't it? Wait a minute, maybe it's 3 hours. It is 3 hours, I think. Yeah, 3 hours, interesting. Maybe there is a time difference, because from what I remember, it was only 2 hours. Yeah, maybe the clocks go back by 1 hour. That's fine. So at least we can simulate it. Get a feel for how it looks and what it is before we even get there. So first things first, let me set up Pilot2ATC. And set it up this way. Let's go ahead and import the flight plan. Now I just need to do is to remove these runway information. That should import all those waypoints, perfect. And then we take a look. Our ground speed on cruise will be 465 knots, cruising at flight level 350. So let's set that up here as well. 350 at 465 knots. There's also been an update to the Zibo B738. And now there are ground stairs, or however you call them. So in cases where you don't have a jet bridge, I did remember that right this time, right? But in Singapore are in the same time zone. Maybe I'm flying on a fast plane. I have no clue. Maybe it is 3 hours. Let me double check that. Let me double check my flight. Let's do that quickly. That made me curious. While that's happening, let's connect to the sim. There we go. That looks looking good. Let's validate that. That's the wrong runway. Should be 0 to center. There's a Jetstar plane taxiing behind us. And it should be a neat 6 Alpha, if I remember correctly. Hey Thor, thanks for dropping by, man, and thanks for the raid. Welcome everybody. Let me have a look. So we'll be flying on an Airbus A320. Well, not in this flight, but in real life, I'll be flying And yeah, flight duration it says is 2 hours. Interesting. Not really. Oh, I cut it off. It's 2 hours, 40 minutes. There we go. The 40 minutes was in a separate line. So yeah, 2 hours 50, 2 hours 40. Close enough. Welcome, Raiders. Hey, Sim. Hey, Thor. How are you doing? Let me double check against the flight plan. We were planning on taking Anito 6 Alpha indeed as our SID. En route to Anito. Yes, 02 center. Yeah, that's what we wanted. And then for the star, Rabble 3 Echo to runway 09. Okay, let's pick that one. Rabble 3 Echo. Which would be the entry transition? Yeah, Sierra Bravo Romeo. Okay, that looks good. Let's set that up. That looks good here. Approach, let's go and set up. I think there is no ILS here, so it's going to be RNAV. RNAV 09. Yeah, and let's pick the Kuta transition. I think that should work. We can verify that later. Actually, you know what? We can verify that in what do you call this? Navigraph charts. We don't use this enough, and this gives a very good visual on how the flight plan should look like. You've been on Heilbronn on ETS2 new update. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember that. Wait a minute, huh? Yes, that's the one. I remember that map before. I can't remember if I finished it though. There's something wrong with the airway. Okay, Hanet 6 Alpha, yes, and Rabo 3 Echo. That's the one. But it actually ends runway 9. Kuta. Yeah, that's the more ideal approach. Instead of direct, yeah, Kuta is more perfect. Okay, let's go with that then. So we'll be headed southeast. Singapore, 900 nautical miles to Bali. There, over there. Okay, that's how it looks. And if you look at the world map, yes, exactly. That's where the airport is. Okay, that Surabaya is SRB. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's quite a long trip. Let's get started. Hey, Spring. Glad you made it, man. Glad you made it in the stream. Thanks for being here. Let's go and set that up. File it. Let's see if anything changes here after we file. The star disappeared, which is very strange. But okay, let's pick it again and let's file it again. Rabo 3 Echo, yes, that's the one. Yeah, the filing can get a bit buggy sometimes. How are you doing? Where is Heilbronn again? Remind me, Thor. Is that like Germany? Okay, looks like we won't have a star assigned to us. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that eventually. Let's discover it as we go. Okie dokie. Let me set up the stuff here. Let's bring out my checklist. Move it to this point right here. That looks much better. Okay. All right. Silk Air today. So it's a bit matching with where we are currently in Singapore. And I did want to explore that that pretty cool stairs there. So we'll do that in a bit. But first and foremost, yeah, first things first, we do this. Get the GPU connected. Ah, that's the one, air stairs down. Let's see how that looks. There it is. There it is. That's actually a pretty nice add-on there. So I've been reading this in the... So I joined the Zibo community over at Facebook. They have a Facebook group for it. So I joined that and I saw that there was someone who was making the stairs. And it's nice to see that Zibo incorporated it in the actual plane. That's pretty cool because not every gate has a jet bridge. I am getting that term correctly now, right? Hey Ron, how are you? Glad you made it. Thanks for joining. Let's go and get a more cinematic feel here. Let's go with that. I think that works perfectly well, although it might work better if we open the door, right? Let's go ahead and open the door for better photos. Yeah, that fits. Let's get some cinematic shots running here, because this is, I've been seeing so many beautiful shots in the Zibo Facebook group, and it's just, man, I want some of those shots. Very creative, very photogenic. Let's take that one, highlighting the stairs. But I think one that is a bit more zoomed out can also work. You get to see the takeoff, yes. Hopefully we get there. If I'm done fiddling around with the screenshots, that is. Just take one more like so. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Alright, that's a very nice add-on. Let's go to the panel. What has everyone been up to today? Do share. I've been marathoning the Magicians series, really loving it. I think I'm almost up to date. Let's go ahead and bring the panel brightness. Should be around this point. And that one as well. You order a couple of Clumsy coffee cups. Is that in real life? That would be so cool. They're serving today on this flight. We're still waiting for the birthday boy. I think he's preparing some major mead. No, I think he's out celebrating. You might not have drinks, so get loaded up beforehand. Electric hydraulic pumps. Emergency exit lights are armed. Fasten seatbelt signs are on. And the attend button is working. That's good. Mic selectors one. Let's go ahead and align the IRS. That's the wrong one. 5 minutes to go. It's not bad. Off of Teespring. Oh, thanks a lot, Ron. Appreciate that. I didn't get the notification. That was weird. If for Redbubble I get the notification whenever someone buys, I'll have to go ahead and double check that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy. Do share a photo when you when that arrives. Is there an estimated time? Let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS. I think I have to enter my flight plan as well in ASXP, in Active Sky. Let me just do that. Whiskey Sierra 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 Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta at cruise level 3, flight level 350. There we go, that looks good. Okay. September 4, dark gray. Awesome. Nice. Enjoy, man. Appreciate it. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure how much I get there. If I get anything, I should, but I'm not so sure. Anyway, let's listen to ATIS. Let me know when it arrives, and I'll check on my end. 122.0. This might get a bit noisy. Let's see if it's fixed now here. Still nothing there. Okay, have to pick mic 2 here.
Whiskey, Sierra, 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 airport information, Golf 2330, Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 9000, sky condition, few clouds at 1800, temperature 26, dew point 24, QNH 1011, advice on initial contact, you have information, Golf.
1011, alright. Looks like the weather is perfect.
Whiskey.
Awesome, thanks. What am I setting up next? Forgot. Takeoff config. There we go, that's working. GPWS test. And let's set up the FMC.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Now
Wind
I
shear.
should actually download
Terrain.
this to
Terrain.
a file.
Obstacle.
So let me do that
Pull up. Airspeed low.
so that I can open it here and we can all see it in one window. Or actually I can just let's stick to this one. Refresh, there we go, that's our flight plan. Aircraft model 737-800 winglets. Nav data is updated thanks to Navigraph. Pause in it, we are currently in Whiskey Sierra Sierra Sierra. Let's go ahead and pick out the GPS coordinates and paste that here. Looking good while the IRS is aligning. Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta. Flight number Clumsy, of course, 168. Let's set up the route. Departure. Let's go to page 2. 02 center. Hanit 6 Alpha. Departure. No transition. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. 1 sec. Okay, good. To Anito. Joining B Bravo 470 airway to Kilo Papa onto Lima 895 to Mimics. Clumsy branded coffee grinder. Oh man, now that would be amazing. Maybe a hand grinder would fit better there. It tastes better with hard work. Maybe not. Arrival at RNAV 09 and Rabol 3 Echo. Glide slope would be on. Rabo 3 Echo. Kuta. Yes, exactly. Looking good. Alright, no discontinuities. Let's go ahead and check that against the plan here. And just like that, perfect timing, iris is aligned. Activate that and execute the route. Let's go ahead and check the steps. So we start in Tokim. So that's runway 02 center. Turn right. RNAV to Tokim. Dokta. Dogra. Let me zoom out a bit. Dosno Anito, that's the end of the SID. On to Papa Kilo Papa, Mimics, Rupka. I forgot what we said this was. SBR, Rabol, Kadal, Katak, Kuta, and then that's the start of the approach. 41402, runway 09. There we go. Let's go ahead and copy that. You can actually let's also double check the missed approach. We might need that. Alright, Let's put that on the fixed runway 09. I'll worry about the distance later. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and go back to the map. Clumsy branded Danish too. Clumsy Inc. Oh yeah, we have to get those marketing materials ready. When you say Papa Kilo, why? Does it sound funny? Actually, I haven't loaded the fuel yet. I have to do that. So let me do that now. Fuel weight and balance. Let's check against this one. Now payload should be 18.6 kilos. Well, 18.6 tons. With fuel at 9.6. So that should, I think, fill the center a bit. There we go. 9.6. Takeoff weight is 69.6, 69.4. Yeah, 0.2 difference. That should be fine. That always is a bit different. I don't know why. 60 kilos, 60 tons, 0 fuel weight. Yeah, that's okay. That's exact. Alright, looking good. And we need fuel. Clumsy International Limited. Yes. You have to start the merchandise in earnest. Route is okay. Alright. Perf in it. Let's go ahead and set the 0 fuel weight. That's 60 tons over here. Cruising at flight level 350 if I remember correctly. Yeah, 350 right here. Reserves would be the sum of alternate and finrest, which is 2.4 tons. Cost index is 3.4. Alright, and let's go to top of climb. Check the winds there. 077 at 30 knots. Winds are actually a bit stronger this time. And positive 12 ISA deviation. There we go. That looks good. Transition altitude is 11,000. It captured that from the SID. Good. That works. Average wind. So we go to route data, legs route data. And this is the top of climb. After the top of climb, we have that wind there. That wind component. What we do is we go to the first page, get the average wind here and plug that in. So 072 at 29 knots, which is not that different, but it helps. Everything we do to make it more accurate helps. The fix info 357105, around that point would be our start, the top of descent. And we also want 10 miles and 5 mile markers, so we know when we should be setting up for landing. And with that, we are ready to open all the doors in earnest. Service doors and cargo doors for now. Let the service crews in. A uniform with a pilot uniform with the marks. I think I'll be embarrassing the pilots if I do that. I'm just a great pretender. Turn on the yaw damper. Turn on the fuel pumps. Do we need center fuel pumps? We have 1,700 kilos in the center, so that's enough. Yeah, we need the center fuel pumps as well. What I heard is normally when they have less than around 700 kilos in the center fuel pump, they don't enable it. They don't enable the fuel pumps anymore. But in our case, that's more, so that should work. Cross feed check. Bright and off. Bright and dim, then bright and off. That looks good. Window heats, let's make sure to turn that on because we don't want our windshield to be suddenly graying out once we take off because of the temperature. We did that before in my first takeoff with this plane, and I learned from it since. Circulate. Pax to auto. There we go. Flight level altitude is 350. And the landing altitude is... that's a good question. I always wondered if we could see that here in the flight plan, but so far I don't think so. I've never seen that there. I always had to go to AV tab and enter it here just to see the landing altitude, or maybe refer to the sim brief. 14 feet elevation, so that's practically zero. Yeah, that's fine. We can leave it there. Let's open instead the charts. And right now we don't have ATC frequencies. That's a known bug, and that will be fixed with the next version of AV tab, I believe. Alright, let's go to 10.9 to see the look of the airport. Let's go ahead and check the departure. I need to 6 Echo if I remember correctly. I might not have though, so let's double check. And departure 6 Alpha, my bad. Need to 6 Alpha. Okay, these two should be enough. That's where we are currently, and 02 center is right here. So we'll probably push back facing south, and we'll see what air traffic control gives us for routing. That shouldn't be that complicated. At least the hat, the dark mode. Oh, you want the dark mode? How about that one? I can work with that. No, but in all honesty, which one do you guys prefer? I'm okay with either one because the lamp is cooperating at the moment, so I'm okay either way. Alright, that should work. Landing altitude is 0. Let's stick that to 0. Wheel well lights can go off now. That's mainly for the walk around. Let's assume that our co-pilot has finished with the walk around. Flight directors on. Courses to SID or VOR. That's a good question. That is a good question. Do we have any VORs or charts? Let's go ahead and look at the flight plan here. We have something Bangkal. That's Papa Kilo Papa. That's Bangkal apparently. 114.20, which is very far away. It's after top of climb, so I don't think we need to tune that right now. That's the only VOR. We also have one Surabaya, 113.4. Let's see. Maybe in the airport we can see the VOR. There should be something here. And the SID. Really? Nothing? There is Batam. Yeah, that one. 116.0. But we are not actually taking that departure. We're taking this one. So that doesn't apply to us. So I don't think there's a VOR we can tune to. So what I do is just go runway heading on the courses. That's 023. 023 on the course here. Just so we have a bit of a guide. 023. 023. And do that as well for the runway heading. Go to 25 degrees. How much HP is in this plane? That's a very good question. How do we check that? I'm sure there's some kind of stats someone has maintained. Initial climb clearance, we don't have any yet, but I'm going to set it up as... is there something? Initial climb, 02 center, 6 alpha, below 6,000. Okay, maybe let's set it up as 6,000. And because we don't have clearance yet, I am going to set it at 6,100 just to have a visual reminder that the 100 stands for not having clearance yet. I think that's usually what pilots do. Auto brakes rejected takeoff. So in case we have to abort the takeoff, the plane will be able to detect that. Reset the fuel flow. And system oil pressure we should check. Should be around 2,800 for both hydraulic systems. That looks good. Alright. I think we've given enough time for our service crews. Let's stop that. And close the service doors. With that, people can now start getting into the plane, and I hey, wait a minute. Where's the stairs? There are stairs down. There we go. It's more like it. That's a lot more realistic, right? Very simple, but very nice. I love it. So people don't have to jump or fly into the plane. 3rd gen Ryzen, yes, very much so. I am very tempted. It will definitely help my X-Plane performance. Other games, I'm not sure how much it will help, but yeah, with X-Plane definitely a lot. Because I've seen benchmarks like comparing the 1600, that's what I have, Ryzen 1600, versus 2600 versus 3600, and it's like night and day difference in the performance because X-Plane is very clock speed sensitive. So right now Intel is still the best for X-Plane, but the Ryzen 3rd gen is coming at a very, very, very close second. The difference is very negligible. So overall, I think the 3rd gen is very much worth it. Plus, I should be able to reuse my motherboard, so it should be a minimal change. Okay, route is okay. We double check that. Landing fuel. Let's go ahead and check the landing fuel. Sorry, I'm fiddling about in my screens. Progress landing fuel would be 4.0 in the FMC, and in the chart, let's load it up. We cross check so we are sure that there is no large inconsistency. Let's have a look. Estimated fuel on board at the airport is 3.1. That's almost 1 ton difference. I don't know. That should be fine. I'm not sure what in reality what their tolerance is, but we'll know that we'll make it there in one piece, so I'll take it. And we have more than the estimate, so I guess that's a good thing. Ground distance, okay. Ground distance is in page 1. Ground distance is 955 miles. The FMC says it's 956. That's close enough. And expect taxiing route to active runway. So we are expecting, if you look at the airport here, you would be taking either what is SC? They have a term for it here. South Cross, yeah, South Cross and North Cross. So South Cross 1 to Echo 7 probably. No, Echo Papa all the way, and then turning off at Echo 11 into runway 02 center. But we'll see what the air traffic control gives us. It's also planned the pushback and set it up like so, facing south. That should be good enough.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
You produce music, you're going for the lanes. Waiting for a 3950X. Wow. How powerful is that? Is that like the next Threadripper?
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Yes, I think you're right, Run. It was the same thing with the 1st gen to 2nd gen. You have to update the BIOS first to the new version so that it's compatible with the latest Ryzen generation. Thanks for the heads up. It's the kind of thing you'd say on a marketplace here in Papa Kilo Papa. That's very true. That fits. Okay, let's go ahead and set things up. Actually, why did I call for pushback already? I can make that work. Let's close the doors. Make our announcement.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Welcome everybody. Alright, zero fuel weight is 60 tons. Let's execute that. We will need some airplane toolbox help here for the takeoff calculations. So it's easy to remember, zero fuel weight is 60 tons. Gross weight for takeoffs is 69.6 tons. Let's go ahead and set that up. It is like the Threadripper, yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So how many cores and threads does that guy have? Monster of a processor.
So connected and bypassed and in service. Release parking brake.
You just hang out there. It will be a while for us yet. Just chill, bro. 69,600. Okay. Let's get the weather from NOAA. 310 at 4. That's a very different calculation from what I've seen. But fine, we can work with that. Let's set this up. N1 limit. Outside air temperature 26. Actually very cold today. This is like one of the coldest. Yeah, it figures. Normally when I'm inside the unit like this and windows closed, I'd be sweating bullets right now. But actually it's very good. We don't get this often. N1 selected temperature is 59 degrees. That will lower the thrust settings even more. That's looking pretty good. And the V speeds will be flaps 5, CG 5.17, and it will be 149 all V speeds. And one more. There we go. Looking great. Not sure about the course. I think 3900X is 12 cores. Wow. Call of the Wild or House Flipper this week. Tomorrow, actually, I might be able to stream again because I'm caught up on videos. So we'll see. That's actually a good idea. Maybe tomorrow. I can't commit yet, but we'll do our best. Which one would you guys be interested in seeing more? Speedbug, set that to 149. Oh, come on. 149. And trim value should be around 5.17. So let's go ahead and set that up. 5.17. That around that point should be good. Now we can close the flight deck door. And start the APU. Yarr! I think we're going hunting tomorrow. The plane was still empty. Let's imagine that someone rode already. Are the stairs still there? The stairs are still there. I think we have to remove that manually. Air stairs up. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Birthday boy! Happy birthday, man! How's it been so far? How did you celebrate your birthday? I heard from Alex you were hunting some zombies. Is that the missus' birthday gift to you? Free reign to go hunting as much as you can. Let's go ahead and request clearance. That's the window I've been looking for. One sec, okay. There we go. That's the window I'm looking for. Frequency. We should have 119.6 for the clearance delivery. Clumsy 168, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta. Climb via the Anite 6 a departure, with the Anito transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 02 center. Climb to flight level 140 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 9 minutes after departure. Squawk 4435.
I'm going to let the co-pilot do the readback on that.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta. Climb via the ANIT 6A departure with the Anito transitioned and as filed. Climb to flight level 140 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 9 minutes after departure. Squawk 4435.
Clumsy 168 rear back correct. QNH is 1011, contact ground on 121.0 when ready for pushback. Enjoy your morning.
QNH is 1011 ground on 121.0 Clumsy 168.
Perfect. Thank you, co-pilot. It's been too hot to do a lot. Had a nice big chocolate cake. Goodness, that sounds amazing. I've been craving for a chocolate cake for a while. Actually, Mrs. Clumsy more than I am. Yummy. Hope you took some pictures. Let's go ahead and enable the APU gens. Should be able to enable the APU bleed already, as it's been a while since the APU has been ready. Should have given it at least 1 minute before we turn on the bleed. That should be more than enough time. GPU can come off, and now we go chimes auto. We've gotten it. We've gotten the SID in natural altitude. Okay, let's go ahead and request pushback and engine start. Ground Clumsy 168, request for pushback and engine start. Did it not capture my voice? Let me try again. Ground Clumsy 168, request for pushback and engine start. It does not. Clumsy 168, request pushback and engine start.
Clumsy 168,
There we go.
pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. Clumsy 168. There we go. Alright, let's turn on the anti-collision lights and release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening? Where the heck is this guy taking us? Whee! Well, that looks a bit weird. Where the heck is this guy? Okay, I think the tug guy must have been a bit angry, just a bit, just a tad. Yeah, I'm not sure. We're being driven too bad. Someone was not happy. Yeah, someone was not happy. Goodness, how the heck do we fly back to that other spot now? Okay, let's focus. That's insane. How the heck does that even work? Where were we? We were right here. There must be a bug in... Maybe I need to update my better pushback. I'm not sure if there's been a required update somewhere. Prepare for launch. That tug guy didn't get any birthday cake. Yeah, I think he's rebelling or something. That's a very nice shot there, right there though. Alright, let's have a look at how we can do this. I think what I can do is I can zoom in a bit here. That's us. So I can probably... That's us moving, you can see there. At the background. Okay, that's us here now. You see us moving? That's us now, okay, good. I think we have to get rid of that better pushback, guys. Stop it.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And then change the heading. You have to do this a bit manually. We're a bit off target, but we can live with that. That's weird. Yeah, leave me alone, bro. Don't try to... I think that's a pullback. To be honest. Pretty sure the plane won't fit on the Indonesian highways. That might pose a challenge. That's true.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, thank you for that warm-up. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn off the packs so that we can start our engines. Start ground. You can see the, what do you call this, duct pressure. Yeah, duct pressure in there moving, and we can hear the engine spooling. Where is it? If I can remember my camera angles, there we go, that's the one. $25 and to introduce fuel to it. Yeah, very beautiful sounds. Super immersive. This is why I cannot let go of this plane, along with everything else in it, the visuals, the controls, the feel of the plane itself. So let's have a look at what the effect is on the duct pressure, because people keep doing that. I think if we turn on the air conditioning, the duct pressure goes down. Okay, that makes sense. If we turn off the packs, the duct pressure goes up, and then once we start the left engine, that should lower the duct pressure again. Yeah, okay, there you go. And then we start the spooling on the left side. Hey, Practical Pilot, welcome to the stream. How are you? Thanks for joining. Did you see that interesting conundrum with a better pushback just a few minutes ago? First time I encountered that. Introduce fuel. There we go. That's looking good. EGT climbing gradually. N1. Let's observe it from here. There we go. And we have two stable engines. Perfect. And now we can turn off the lower display unit. Engine generators are on. Oh, look at that. There's actually some guy landing. Let's see how he does. Ryanair landing. I'm not alone. The critic, once again. Engine start switches to continuous. Probe heats are on. Air conditioning packs can go back to auto. Isolation valve auto, and APU bleed can go off. Perfect. With that, we don't have any warnings left, and I can start my track IR. Takeoff flaps, and let's go and check the flight controls. Forward, back, left, and right. Looking good. Rudder full left, full right. Recall. Mr. Slickwick, light him up, brother. Welcome to the stream from NYC. Awesome. Don't forget your limpets. Oh, wrong game. You missed it, no worries. It's most likely not going to be the end of mishaps. Alright, we are looking good now. And now we request taxi. Ground Clumsy 168, ready to taxi.
Clumsy 168 taxi to runway 02 center via taxiways Charlie 6, Charlie 4, Echo Papa, Echo 11.
Let me read that back. Taxi to runway 02 center via taxiways Charlie 6, Charlie 4, Echo Papa, Echo 11, Clumsy 168. Okay, so Charlie 6, I'm looking for Charlie 4. 1, 2, 3. Anyone see Charlie 4? That's strange. It should be connecting Charlie 6 and Echo Papa, which is this line here, this taxiway here. Maybe that's the wrong naming. Maybe Charlie 6 and then South Connect 1, South Cross 1. I don't know, we'll leave it as is. I can also double check that against the route here if you want details. Like I can show that here in Pilot2ATC to see what he has in mind. So here, if you go and click on taxi, yeah, that's exactly what he was planning. So Charlie 6 is here, and what he says is Charlie 4 is actually this one, and then turn right to Echo Papa. Okay, yeah, we can work with that.
Ground, good morning. Good evening. Checking on Bravo, the North Pole line. 239 ground, continue Guru, Papa, Echo 4 gateway.
I think that works for me. Let's also enable the AI here. Let's bring that back. Just crashed the 738 by accident. Come in. Wrong airport. So yeah, apparently that's Charlie 4, but not in my chart. Yeah, that should be South Cross 1. Okay, but anyway, fine. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are not missing anything else. Runway turn off lights, taxi lights are on, parking brake is released, brake test, brakes are working. Let's go ahead and chime it up. Attend button. Inform everybody that we are starting to move and spool up for taxi. LNAV is enabled, auto throttle is now armed, cabin lighting can now be set for takeoff and landing. You rage quit before impact. That works too. That's how real pilots do it. Goodness, I hope not. Yeah, I just love the feel of this plane. Feels like a proper airliner when you're turning like this and taxiing. It doesn't feel like a I don't know, Cessna 172 or something. Crashed into a neighborhood. Gonna have to send him a landscaping bill. First, hey Scotsman, it's been a while. How have you been? Welcome back to the stream. Let's turn on weather, airport, and on our co-pilot side, let's turn on terrain. Zoom that out a bit. Should be this one or the next one. Alright. Maybe I'll try to stay in the center line, huh?
Good morning, Brady. Sergeant, it's still one on Bravo 4. Patching to North Pole Point.
How's Amsterdam? Speaking of Amsterdam, we finished our puzzle, guys. Remember that jigsaw puzzle I was talking about? The 1,000 piece puzzle? That took us hours and hours to finish, but finally it's done. Mrs. Clumsy is really enjoying these. Actually, we're enjoying it really so much that we were supposedly just going to buy a frame so we can hang it on the wall. And we bought it. But then she found this new puzzle that got released, and it's one from Venice. So it was a bit relatable. And we went ahead and bought it. So we have a new puzzle to work on. We are now Echo Papa. Okay, so we go straight from here until Echo 11, I think. Looking good, big son. How old is Jack? 21? I think 22. Yeah, he looks a bit like 22. See, it's her birthday. No old man jokes today. Saw that coming. 121 maybe. Oh, my bad. Echo 11 should be at the end. Just go straight. Keep him coming. And I love the sounds. You can hear like mini bumps. It doesn't feel like a flat surface with just the sounds working for us. It's just such an amazing plane. Getting even more amazing as we go. What taxiway is that? Echo 9. Okay, so this next one should be 10 and the one after this should be our turn. A huge Scania puzzle. Maybe that's a good idea. No, I don't think she'll buy that. I think she will detect that it's a Scania one and she'll leave me alone with it. Let's set this to the ARA. Let's wait for ATC to switch us to tower. Echo 11 is this one. Slow down. Alright. Wait a minute, this is Echo 10. Should be the last one, literally last one. Okay, my bad.
Clumsy 168 contact tower on 118.25. Have a nice flight.
Tower on 118.25, Clumsy 168. Let me tune that off screen so we can work fast and switch to tower. There we go. Tower, Clumsy 168, ready for departure.
Clumsy 168 with a light and variable cleared for takeoff. Runway 02 center.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call time.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Clumsy 168. Alright, let's set this up. Position lights to strobe and steady. Taxi light off. Landing lights on. Timer starts. Thrust is 40%. And then we hit toga once we are lined up with the runway. Let's do this. Why is my auto brake not active? I just noticed that auto brake is disarmed. It's probably with all the teleporting we've done. Probably got confused with that pushback, that weird pushback. Right. Anyway, let's hope that we won't need it. To center. Alright. Hitting toga. Takeoff thrust. Yeah, and I love the feel of the wind as we do this takeoff because I really have to balance the ailerons and the rudder pedals to make sure that we stick with to the center line. And you know what's happening right after we take off? It's photo time. But one step at a time. V1, rotate steadily. Positive rate. Gear up. Pause. And photo time. Oh, it's a bit cloudy. Dang it. But that's fine. We can make that work. The smoke trails actually will help increase that picture. Yeah, photo time. Basically an air bridge, exactly. This is the equivalent of the air bridge. Actually, that's a very good photo right there, huh? If only the weather was better. We could make it better, but not be so realistic. Yeah, we can work with that, right? What else? No, we can go with that. The plane has smoke parts. Alright. Sure thing, Bandit. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back and catch you in a bit. Sorry, I read that late. Pilot2ATC is very good. It's very pricey, but it's well worth the price, especially if you're really craving for that ATC experience, and you fly with outside the US and outside the normal areas in Europe where VATSIM is and stuff like that. I'm hand flying at the moment. Let's increase
400.
to around 210. Still manually flying at the moment. Just following the flight director. It's very cloudy outside. Following the flap schedule. And flaps up. And from here I should be able to enable VNAV.
1000.
And let us turn on autopilot. You can take it from there. Plane is vaping. You can vape inside, so it's vaping outside. That is a very white sky. What is the weather condition here? Let me have a look at the visibility. Visibility is only 4.3 statute miles, 7,000 meters. That figures. Very cloudy today.
Contact Singapore Center on 123.7. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 123.7. Good morning, Clumsy 168. Let's go ahead and set that up manually here so we get a bit of immersion. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168, climbing to flight level 140. Did they not hear me?
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
He was still a bit sleepy. Let's cut him some slack. We are making our turn to Dokta. And I should actually be performing some checks now, which I'm not doing. My bad. Let me get back to that. Alright. Right. Let's perform the after takeoff checks. Should be landing gear off. Engines to auto. Rejected takeoff to off. I'm hoping that the air brakes, the auto brakes are working later once we do our landing. And let's go ahead and align the runway heading, the heading to where we are facing. What's happening with our guy? I think we're speeding a bit. The good news is once we go past these clouds, we should be getting better visuals. This is a very wide turn, huh? Very subtle turn. We're turning at like 5 degrees here. Forgot to turn on the no smoking sign. Whoops. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that works, right? That definitely works. It's beautiful. Let's go and see in the map where we are right now. Why are we staying at 6,000? There is a yes, there is an altitude limitation here somewhere. Let's have a look. Above 4,000 in Dokta, but below 6,000 in Dogra. That makes sense. That's why. Okay, that figures. So we keep our lights on until then. Should we then maybe... I don't know, it's a long stretch. And I'm not sure what real pilots do in this case. But I am going to turn off fasten seatbelts already. So they can just start chilling. Normally, I think they do that above 10,000, and what Captain Ariano said is above 10,000, and when there's a straight path for 5 miles, then that's when they turn off the seatbelt signs. But I think we can make an exception for this SID, hopefully. Outside, true air temperature is 23 degrees. That's okay. That means we should not be at risk of any icing. Good. Any problems with the rain? No, not really. I think we can turn off the rain. Alright. Playing Explain for 11 viewers. Somehow fits. I think it's the first time I've flown this SID. It feels a bit weird. Flying at 6,000 for such a long stretch. To Dogra. Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder why that is. Anyway, let me turn on the charts here and have a look at the VORs that we will be coming across so I can start setting them up. We don't have a lot, but we do have some, like Papa Kilo Papa 114.2 VOR 11420. Make that active. Let's do the same here on this other side. And then the next one should be Surabaya, I think. Yeah, Surabaya is 113.4, so we can easily switch later. 113.4. And this is going to be an RNAV landing, an RNAV approach. So we don't really have any ILSs to set up. There we go. In terms of course, should be I think 128, and this one should be 146. I think it's 146. We don't need that yet. Fine, there we go. Finally we've gone over that altitude restriction, and now we can continue climbing. Look at our guy. He got so mad. Look at that vertical speed, 3,700. Yeah, he's mad. Easy, easy. What a beauty. Now we're starting our climb. Perfect. Let's have a look where we are at the moment. Zoom out a bit. Wow, that's pretty fast. We're actually outside the Singapore region already. Batam is one of the common vacation areas. So in Singapore, Batam and Bintan are in Indonesia already. And it's a normal like weekend getaway for people in Singapore. And it's like a ferry ride away. That one, Singapore to Batam. Where is Bintan? Actually, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it should be somewhere here. I don't see it. Anyway, Yeah, Indonesia is super large, composed of multiple islands. I think this entire stretch here. And we are making our way to this point, Denpasar. Wow. Just like that, beautiful clouds up ahead. Switching to standard altimeter. Turn off landing lights. Runway takeoff. Lights. Turn off lights rather. Looking good. Let's double check the cabin pressure. Cabin pressure is climbing. Cabin altitude is staying still. That's what we want. Yeah, cabin altitude is climbing ever so slightly. We are currently at 3,000 feet cabin altitude.
Climb
That's
and
perfect.
maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, Clumsy 168. Bali, meh. Hey Jay, morning. Yeah, I'm simulating what's going to happen in more than a week from now. I'm going to take a short vacation to Bali, because our friends are getting married there. Actually, I think it's going to be our first like real or out of the country destination wedding. Usually when we have our friends married, when our friends get married, they get married in the Philippines. Same with us. And I think it's the first time we are attending outside the Philippines. Kind of. I learn something every day. True. Very true. That's what's so amazing here. Recall, no warnings. That's good to hear. Tanjung Pinang. Slept for like 10 hours last night. Nice. Must feel great. Hopefully it feels great. Top of climb is around 40 miles from now. That works for me. There's a bit of headwind, not so much, but that is causing us to slow down. True airspeed is 362 knots. Ground speed is only 356, which is amounting to, I don't know, 400 miles per hour. I don't know, that's just a very, very rough estimate. What am I missing? I keep feeling that I'm forgetting to do something, but I think we are good. Didn't know your body needed that much sleep. You know what? That's a very interesting point there. I usually have that reaction now. My body has that kind of reaction on the weekends, on the past few weekends at least, because as you guys might know, we recently adjusted our body clock a bit, me and Mrs. Clumsy, because she got new work, and that's why she always leaves early now. So we don't have the goodbye Mrs. Clumsy anymore. So we wake up very early, like 5 a.m. and that has adjusted our clock for like 1 or 2 hours earlier. And so waking up every day at around 5 a.m. apparently has its toll if you don't sleep earlier. So during the weekends, we tend to really wake up late if we don't have our alarm clocks and if we don't have to wake up. So it tries to compensate for all that lost sleep. But I think we are starting to get used to it and sleep earlier bit by bit. So we don't keep punishing our bodies too much. So because last weekend we woke up at around 6 a.m. So not 5, but not like super late either. So yeah, it's starting to work out. And I like it. I like this change. I like waking up early. Feels like I'm a morning person by default. So it feels like I can do so many things.
Clumsy 168,
hey Barry,
climb and maintain
good
flight
morning.
level 310.
310. Climb and maintain flight level 310, Clumsy 168. Glad to see you here, man. Glad you made it. So who was asking it a while ago about the stream tomorrow? Was it spring? Oh yeah, it was spring. So if I were just going to stream tomorrow, and I think I can, hopefully I can, what would you guys prefer? There seems to be bad weather there, huh? Do you want to go hunting? Do you want to fix up some houses? Do you want to go Elite Dangerous? Suggestions are welcome. Wedding season. Ooh, might be. Yeah, actually we are going back to Manila this weekend because one of our friends is getting married, and then the weekend after that is going to be the other friend's wedding in Bali. So it's, yeah, it looks like it is wedding season. What month is it anyway? September. Ah, yeah, after Ghost Month. So people are probably waiting for Ghost Month to end, and it's time. Something along those lines at least. I would prefer to see you run from a Cape Buffalo or Grizzly. How nice of you. Hunting for you. Noted, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I went hunting. I used to go to bed at midnight, get up at 9. Now you're gradually adjusting 10 to 6. Yeah, that's very healthy. Lion! We can go and explore Africa, or I don't know. Alex and Jack, have you been hunting recently? Any preferences on the hunting grounds? My goodness, that is a beautiful sight, huh? I'm constantly amazed at this view. The view atop clouds like this feels like something that people don't normally get access to. I mean, planes are just such beautiful human creations, right? And with the land just peeking out like that, beautiful. It's also amazing to think about it. When you're above clouds, you are immune from the weather conditions because the weather is basically affecting the lower altitudes. So this way you're kind of escaping weather. It's such an amazing concept. You know? Been bow hunting, wow. How's that going out for you? Are you Jack level bow hunter now? Which means you kind of shoot arrows that whiz right past through your friend's ears. We have some planes in front of us. You can kill deer and not spook their friends. Wow, sneaky. Nice, man. How about moose? Can you guys kill moose? Like hit their noses and without them detecting that you hit them already? There's that guy. He's above us by 8,000 feet, looks like. Yeah. No risk there. I'm looking for that guy on the left though. 9 o'clock, can't see him. Probably near the sun right there. You used it first, but you used it correctly, Jay. Jack, I think, has a signature, how do you say, naughtiness. Which is, I'm not sure if you want to follow that, but yeah. Moose are impervious to all known weapons. I think so too, I think you're right there. No matter what you do, they'll keep running. There's one more guy. 1 o'clock. Oh, that's the guy. Look at that. Looks like a 747, given the contrails are 4 in number. Maybe an A380. Air traffic control seems to have gone quiet.
Clumsy
There we go.
168, climb and maintain flight level 350.
350. Perfect. Climb and maintain flight level 350, Clumsy 168. Thank you. And the fuel warning, that means our center pumps, center tanks are empty. Just turn off the fuel pumps and we should be good to go. Man, that is beautiful. And yeah, right now I'm getting only 22 FPS. That's very bad. But yeah, Ryzen 1600 and X-Plane don't necessarily agree so much. This is the main reason why I want to upgrade to a 3600. I'll probably get, I don't know, 30 FPS or more with that. Probably more.
168,
Hopefully
you
more.
have traffic at 11 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 355.
We're looking, Clumsy 168. Do you guys see anything? Oh, there it is. Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. Should be appearing any moment now from this point. There it is. Beautiful. Plane spotting above 30,000 feet in the air. Why not? He just copied you, so that's your trademark. So you're the one to blame? I see. Noted. Nice. Thanks, Barry. How are you liking the Fernbus update now? Saw the Project Next Gen mistake? I didn't. Tell me about it. How's it going? That sounds juicy.
Thousand to go.
Oh, not this month, but next month. Okay, that's not juicy, that's frustrating. But thanks for sharing. Oh yes, you will enjoy it. 929. Oh my goodness. Well, that sucks. So yeah, it's true. Everything is still, well, almost everything is in kind of deadlock at the moment. Everything is cooking on trucking side. Alright, we are leveling off. Let's announce that. And set the cabin lighting to cruise and white medium. And now we are officially on cruise. No warnings. Everything looks good. I actually watched a video of Mentor Pilot detailing, not really detailing, but sharing what they do on cruise, like what pilots can and cannot do. Like, can they watch a movie? Can they fiddle around with their phones and whatnot? And yeah, not surprisingly, they are not allowed to do that normally. They can somehow read a newspaper though, or read a book, as long as they keep enough attention to their instrumentations and to air traffic control. That's fair. That seems fair.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 355.
We're looking, Clumsy 168. Do I see anything? Are there screenshots already, Alex, of what 1.8 will bring? I've not been scouring. Traffic inside, Clumsy 168. 80 MB per second download speed. Wow. Enjoy. Let us know how it goes. I think this one will have to speed up a bit. So normally they would have a printed out flight plan and they would compare
Clumsy
each leg.
168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 350.
Traffic inside Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, contact Jakarta Center on 120.9er, good day.
Center on 120.9er. Good day, Clumsy 168. 120.9er. Let's go and set it up. And since we're not in a rush, I can set that up here. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 350.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Good. So what they normally do is compare the flight plan, each leg, with the estimated fuel on board and the planned burn, I think that is. So if we look at this, we are currently at Papa Kilo Papa. That's the next waypoint, which is in 100 miles from now, actually, not very close. So that should be this one here in Pangkal rather, not Bangkal. Pangkal something pin. But in Anito, we should have burned 2.1, and we can check that here. If we go and check the used fuel is around 2 tons, 2.7. And if you compare that with the one here,
168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
that should be pretty close because we are somewhere in between here. But yeah, normally they record it right after they cross a waypoint. 11 o'clock. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. That guy blinking over there. It's not sure Jakarta comes in view in Dragon. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's have a look at the map, how close we are. Because we are communicating with Jakarta Center, but maybe it's not that near. Yeah, Jakarta is not very near, but the center is within range probably, yeah. Because we are headed southeast towards near Denpasar here. That's my marker at least. Let's zoom in bit by bit here. I think it's this one, I think. Yeah, I think so. That's going to take a while. If we look at the progress in the FMC, top of descent is 670 miles from now. We should be arriving in Bali at 2:13 Zulu. Right now it's only 21, so it's going to be around 2 hours before that happens, and I don't have time for that, unfortunately. So we will have to speed this up. But before we do that, let's go and set up the descent weather. Descent forecast. Let's go ahead and check the flight plan here.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355.
Should be behind that guy. There we go. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. Okay, let's continue. Descent speeds. That one. Descent, actually winds are very minimal, but let's plot them down anyway. 350, 310, and 200. 070 at 17 knots. 092 at 18 knots. And 052 at 4 knots. That should be good enough. To be honest, I'm not really sure how much that changes the top of descent or things like that, but I trust that it works better with it. Alright, so if you look at the progress, top of descent will be at 145 Zulu. So that's like more than an hour from now. So we'll be cruising like this for a while. But yeah, I'll speed it up at the risk of maybe hitting some planes along the way. Hopefully not. We'll see. But yeah, I'll speed up the ground speed. Maybe 4 times should be good enough. You don't need it to be that intense. But yeah, it will help. So the plane isn't so unstable. Because when you speed up the ground speed like this and go at like 8 times or 16 times, the plane really just banks left and right. Cannot find the equilibrium, so to speak.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 365.
I see it's contrail. Let's just leave it be. That actually looks cool, huh? Time-lapse effect. That actually looks cooler. That was a weird sound.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 320.
I'm just not going to answer her. We are on a deadline. Next waypoint is Surabaya, 113.4, and our course should be 119.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355.
Quiet. 128 rather, 128. So let's see. I'm not sure if the progress changes when you increase the ground speed. I doubt it. Although I think it is slowly adjusting. 139 Zulu. Yeah, I think it's adjusting also.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 320.
Contrails all over the place. But man, that sky is just wow. This huh? And then we should be changing the course here. To 128.
Yeah, we have some
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355. Clumsy
There he
168, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Descend and maintain flight level 350.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
My bad. Descend and maintain flight level 350, Clumsy 168. Traffic, because we are fast forwarding, and I'm not sure if it affects all the other planes as well. So I'm not sure if they are also getting sped up. But look at this. The plane is actually having a hard time finding the right track here. So it's like banking left and right ever so slightly. And that's only at 4 times ground speed. I say only, but that's a huge thing actually. Imagine flying 4 times. That's like, if we are flying at 0.7, that would be times 4, that's 2.8 Mach speed. flying more than twice, almost 3 times the speed of sound. Man, that's fast, isn't it? What was that one, Alex? You were mentioning some plane flying at Mach 4? We're coming pretty close to that one, SR-71. Yeah, imagine a plane that fast where this really is flying really at this rate, even faster. Goodness. And look at these clouds. They are so beautiful. Hey, Practical Pilot. We are cruising now. We have reached flight level 350 and are well on our way. Unfortunately, because of the distance in real life, I will have to fast forward. That's why we have increased ground speed 4 times. Otherwise, I won't be able to finish the flight. I think I'll also enable anti-ice for the engines just to be on the safe side, because we seem to be going through some clouds here, and at flight level 350 this is going to be pretty cold, negative 27 degrees. Yes, a very slight idea. Alex told me about it last week. That's the X-Men's plane, right? The Blackbird. Maybe it's based on that, I guess. It doesn't have VTOL or anything, but it's close enough. I can just spend hours and hours looking at this view. You know what, at this point, I'm more excited about the clouds.
You have traffic at 10 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 320.
Oh, which one? So many. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. I'm so excited about the cloud formations, more so than the terrain underneath it. I don't know, it's just more exciting to me now. And I didn't realize this before because I was using this 3J FPS application, which makes sure that the frame rates are optimal, but it does that in a way by default where it reduces the number of clouds, the density of clouds, so it doesn't look like this at all. Like you see a few puffs here and there, but it's not this immersive. And what I did now is to remove that feature. I still have the app, the plugin.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 3 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 340.
Traffic inside Clumsy 168, but it doesn't.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 12 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 325.
Oh, there we go, that guy. But yeah, so now the plugin does not change the default density of clouds anymore and the volume, so we see everything as realistically as possible, but at the expense of frame rate.
At 2 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 355.
That was close. Yeah, we have a lot of close encounters. One, because the air traffic control in X-Plane is not synchronized with Pilot2ATC, so it's not very well managed, so they kind of stick close to us too much. And two, because the what they say, the ground speed increase we have makes it even more likely. Actually, I'm also thinking of the World Traffic plugin. It's a paid mod, but it, I think, simulates real traffic, like real planes where they are currently in the world flying.
168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 335.
And I think it's less, it has less of an impact on performance. So I'm thinking of buying that. But yeah, maybe I should take a look at it, huh? Because that's something that I can probably look into. Because right now these AI planes are very nice, but they are not very realistic. They're just flying around me all the time, and they're really hogging my FPS. They're a huge FPS drain. I'll probably take a look at that. World Traffic 3, I think it is. And they have like ground how they say, the taxiways, they follow it and all that stuff. So it might be something I should look into. Actually got excited just thinking about it. Maybe we can take a look. Close Encounters of the Clumsy Kind. Oh goodness. Yeah, the estimates are changing. Look at that. 122 Zulu now from 140 Zulu. This is actually a very nice, very smart calculator. Freeware version on the org. Let's have a look. Maybe we can surf with that for now while waiting. Let's see, world traffic. And maybe I can share my screen. We can surf together. How exciting. Surf the web together while we are cloud surfing.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 370.
There he is. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. World traffic 3. It's $29.95. Maybe I'll wait for a sale. That might be smart. I know they go on sale usually. So World Traffic 3, most comprehensive traffic application for X-Plane.
Flight level 370.
Automated installer, flight setup window, auto ground route generation, auto flight plan generation, airport operations file. I think they're also in the works of making it fully synchronized with Pilot2ATC. Not sure how far they've gone for that though. Last upgrade was 2017 though. Features, flight setup window.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 365.
I probably have to read more into it. Let's go.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 335.
Pilot2ATC and world traffic 3. Yeah, that one. Let's see what they say. Masochistic streak when it comes to X-Plane trying to break it. Okay. Getting the following to talk to each other. Pilot2ATC. And then world traffic. And then Active Sky XP. So we have 2 out of 3 here. Alright. Pilot2ATC to see world traffic 3. You can add dummy AI aircraft. Okay. TCAS and routing, yes. Click the AI aircraft. Okay, so that works. Add fake AI aircraft.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355.
Leave it. JAR Designs X Life. No. What is it about? Is it the same as World Traffic? Okay, this one I've done already. The Active Sky and Pilot2ATC sync. VR. Not so much, yeah. I think we've...
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 305.
Temporary solution for P2ATC World Traffic 3. Enjoy flying in XP11. Okay, Zibo B738, yeah, definitely. Pilot2ATC and World Traffic 3. ATC chatter, that's what we have as well. Okay, I don't have the Ivona sounds though. I do like to get that at one point because that adds some very realistic text-to-speech sounds. It's the same concept. Maybe I'll take a look. I don't usually hear it though. I'm not sure why. But I usually hear world traffic. Okay, traffic is shown. Aircraft and runway, go missed approach, line up and wait. Yeah, that works. So it works similar to what we have right now, but in addition, you can add so much AI, and I guess it's not that big on performance.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 365.
3.
Traffic.
There we go again with the traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah, something is super close to us.
Clear of conflict.
Yeah, they are trying to synchronize it. 65%
Clumsy
is
168, contact Bali
finished.
Center on 120.7. Have a good morning.
Center on 120.7, Clumsy 168. They gave up on me. They said, you're not paying attention to me, just switch frequency now. I hate you. Yeah, all the subtitles. Bali Center. Wow, are we close? I guess we are. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 350.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Not sure if they follow the same routes as real life. I'll have to look into it. Do you know if world traffic does? That's what I got from it. Get number 2 for landing instructions, which is also great. Okay. This sounds very interesting. Yeah, I'll probably wait for a sale and then I'll get into it. Maybe that's going to also be in time for the Pilot2ATC. Finish Pilot2ATC interface feature idle 65% still 1 year later. Dang
Have
it.
traffic at 3 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 380.
Looks like it stopped, but I think it's still working. Yeah. Okay. Those routes are similar in scope to real-world operations. Yeah, that looks okay. So World Traffic 3. Let's have a look again at that one. Try it? Ooh, we can try it. I love free trials. Evaluation mode limited to 15 flight plans unless you have a new key. Ooh, interesting. We can try it. Maybe next week we can try. Yeah, and then I'll wait for the sale and buy it then. Don't park at gates. Or ground collision. What does it do anyway, mainly? I want to see the basics. Let's have a look at the features. Yeah, it doesn't. It's like new features, but what's the main feature? I guess it's literal world traffic. Time to go 44 minutes. Thanks, Alex. Yeah. World traffic. I guess it's that old, or it's that established, that people don't even see the need to describe what world traffic is. Time to go is 33 now. Let's have a look. Switch VORs. There we go. I think that's fine. We'll just keep the speed until we get to top of descent. That's after Surabaya, supposedly. Let's zoom out and see. Yeah, that looks like it. And look, it's almost perfect. This is our 105 miles marker. That's what we did by multiplying the cruising altitude by 3. Flight level 350 times 3 would be 105. So that's around 105 miles is where we start our top of descent. That's a very good, how do you say, ballpark figure. So we don't need to compute exactly, but it's a very good estimation in case some things screw up. Actually, I'm not sure. TTG time to go is what I would get, yeah, what I would imagine. But that's built in with the Fly Live app.
168 expect the RNAV approach to runway 09 with the Cuda transition at Igusti and Gurarai International cleared direct to Surabaya, thence direct Cuda.
That's a handful. Let's let our co-pilot deal with that.
Expect the RNAV approach to runway
And he's talking to
09
himself
with the
now.
Cuda transition cleared direct Surabaya, then direct Cuda Clumsy 168.
RNAV 09 with a Kuta transition. Let's go in here how the weather is. Oh, that was a joke. My bad.
Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta Airport information Quebec 0130 Zulu weather wind 109er at 9er visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 2,300 temperature 27.22 QNH 1015 advise on initial contact that you have information Quebec
1015. Let's hear it again.
Whiskey Alpha Delta Delta Airport information Quebec 0130 Zulu weather wind 109er at 9er visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 2,300 temperature 27.22 QNH 1015 advise on initial contact that you have information Quebec.
Good. Sounds good. Now we can start preparing for our landing. Tall granny. Too tall granny. Oh, does that fit my profile? Maybe. When it comes to speed of driving, probably. You know what? Mrs. Clumsy always laughs at me when I drive. When back in Manila and when I drive, she always laughs at me. She always says I drive too slow. And yes, I do. To be perfectly honest. Start preparing the charts here. Alpha Delta Delta Muraray. I think that's how we read that at least. Departure, so arrival, we are not doing any arrival because air traffic control wouldn't give it to us. So let's just go straight into the approach, which is RNAV runway 09, and then the airport, which is over here. Let's have a look at how the airport looks like. I think it's a pretty straightforward one, yeah. Literally. Runway 09. Decision altitude is 280 feet. Let's go ahead and set that up. Barometer, not that one, over here. Baro, 280 feet. .280, yes, okay. Approach course 87. Let's set that up here as well. Nuguraray. Nuguraray. I see. Yeah, in Filipino the NG is pronounced very differently. It's Nguraray. I would have thought they follow the same rules in Indonesia, but yeah, most likely the subtle differences here and there. Alright, let's do the
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
oh, look at that. It's actually pretty. Wow. That guy is huge. No JDAR there. Let's have a look at mountain that is. Look how high up that is. That's this guy right here. See? Wait. That's this guy, I think. Where are we? This one should be somewhere here. Yeah, this one. 2,782 meters above. It's a bit small though, so I don't really see. Gunung Penanjakan. That's probably that one. Gunung might be mountain, I don't know. It's not bad looking at all. Kind of Indian pronunciation in there. Ah, okay, I see. That's fine, no one else knows, except you maybe. That's me. I'm an expert in butchering pronunciations. You will fit in there perfectly as tourist. Perfect. That's what I'm aiming for. Although physical attributes wise, I'll probably be mistaken as a local before I speak at least. That's usually how it goes when I'm in Thailand. They speak to us in Thai. And I know you will say they speak to everyone in Thai. I have a different experience, but yeah, your mileage may vary. Man, those are some large mountains, huh? Cool stuff. Yes, I remember. Didn't say that in a bad way. I'm happy enough to be treated as a tourist. No worries. Man, but those clouds really are looking beautiful. I wonder if anything changed there.
168, you are off course. Turn right heading 138 to return to course.
Yeah. Okay. Turn right heading 138. Clumsy 168. That's weird. Anyway, right, I keep forgetting. Let's go and set up the landing. Let's have a look at what our weight is. Currently at oh, where do you see it? Is it 4.1? Let's have a look. It is 3.7, 3.75, something like that. Where do you see the current level? I think it's 3.8. Yeah, the 3.8 and then 3.3, so that's 0.5 difference. So we set this as 63.3. And then we also feed that. Resume navigation, Clumsy 168. Weird. Oh, because we have a star here, and the air traffic control doesn't. I see. Yeah, so we should actually go and do a direct to Kuta, I think. That one. Altitude constraint Kuta. Now, how would that work in terms of top of descent? There we go. Oh yes, go live thingy, let's talk about that. Yes, I think I understood the basics. I read it in an update. I haven't seen the video you linked yet though. yeah, looks like a very nice feature. Just not sure how we can use it to our advantage. Any ideas? Man, those clouds look beautiful. Anyway, landing. Landing should be 3.0, 3.7, 63.3 is what we set up. Let's do this. Reset MCP altitude. Yeah, we should set it up first. So we start our descent. Should be 3,000 to Kuta. But we're not yet being given signal to do any top of descent calculation, so I think we will have to skip out on that for now. Alright, one sec. Let's trust air traffic control to guide us properly here. 63.3 if I remember correctly. Okay. We are landing runway 09. Get the weather. Compute. Flaps 40. I don't get that often. Okay, let's set it up. Let me move this here and let me get back to chat in a bit. Just configure this. Flaps 40. VREF 139. That looks good. Set it up. Perfect. Auto brake should be... Let's have a look at the airport. Auto brakes... We can do like... Auto brake 2 or 3 should be fine. Auto brake 2 should be okay, based on the calculations. Alright. Get back to you guys. Hey Superman! Thanks for the magnifying glasses. In the bits. There you go. Yes. Maybe he's happy enough to send the bits. Thanks a lot for that. So let me have a look how this would work. Why are we not getting any descent instructions yet? I'm hoping Pilot2ATC has us in mind. Okay, looks like 5 miles away from top of descent. We'll see if they give us any. If they don't give us by then we'll request for it. But yeah, let's give them some time. Look at the vertical deviation there. 4,000 feet and increasing.
Clumsy 168 descend and maintain flight level 270.
I think what we do is this one, altitude intervent. Descend and maintain flight level 270, Clumsy 168. I hope I hit the right button. Okay, descent is active, that's perfect.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 355.
Where's our guy behind this one? We would need some drag, looks like. Speed brakes. Full speed brakes. Our guy is trying to catch up. Look at how fast we're descending. 4,800 feet per minute. I think that's going to be felt by the passengers. Rip. Doesn't look that violent though from this view, huh? Looks pretty peaceful actually. Alright. Bank angle below flight level 300. Let's move that back to 25 degrees. Landing performance is good. Auto brakes are set. Fasten seatbelt signs. Go back on. Everyone buckle up and prepare for Clumsy landing.
Clumsy 168 descend and maintain flight level 190.
Descend and maintain flight level 190, Clumsy 168. What is the transition altitude here? I actually don't know. Transition level. We could check that with the arrival. Which one here? Rabol should be similar in which way. Transition level is flight level 130. Okay, it's clear. Man, that looks beautiful, isn't it? And this is not even ortho photos. This is just beautiful clouds mixed with default textures. That's amazing. So we have a VOR here, 116.2. Let's go ahead and set that up. 116.2 VOR. That's the closest we can get to the frequency of the airport. Should take that. Yeah, there we go, Bali. There's the airport. Perfect. No modded textures, yeah. Yeah, these guys are default. I do have some modded textures, but I think that only adjusts the airport and the trees, but not the ground textures. At least that's what I know. Is this guy going to give me further clearance down? And we are right on the vertical path now. We caught up. That's nice.
Clumsy 168 descend and maintain flight level 110.
That should be 11,000 feet, shouldn't it? Descend and maintain flight level 110, Clumsy 168. Alright. I think we can stall the speed brakes. We are right where we want to be in terms of speed. Love the airport there. Starts at the end of the ocean. That sounds a bit scary. Okay. Let's turn on terrain radar. We do have some mountains along the way. Jimbaran Seaside. Where's the Jimbaran Sea? In here. On the west of the airport, I guess. This one. The bottom south. Ah, okay. This one, so that's that entire thing. Nice. Small dangly bit. This one. I think I see what you mean. I think Alex does too. So here, the final approach fix is... That's a good question. Which one is it? This one. Delta Delta 402. 402. So we should go below that until we capture the glide path. And then we can increase altitude to 2,000 feet for the missed approach once we capture the glide path and are starting our descent in earnest. And I need speed brakes again. Anti-ice we don't need anymore. Actually, we didn't need it for a while now. It's now 12 degrees. Lots of them are in the works, yeah. Not a lot of activity happening at the moment. Everything is in progress. Yeah, that's very true. It's a bit of a stalemate in a sense. Seeing something on the left on the terrain radar. Probably these guys over here. What island is that? It's definitely worth the wait, yeah, definitely. And we have so much we can still explore, nonetheless. Are we slowing down? Why am I hearing the engine per... Oh, my bad, yeah. I think we don't need the speed brakes anymore.
Clumsy 168 descend and maintain 9,600 feet.
1,000 to go.
Switch back to local altimeter setting. Slow down. There we go. Easy, easy. What do you mean, Jay? Oh, and the chatter. I wasn't paying attention. I was just leaving it in the background. I was focusing on the PFD. What accent was it? Filipino or Japanese? That's how much I was not listening. That should be good enough. Landing lights, runway turn-off lights are on. Terrain radar is already on. Pressure altimeter
Clumsy
is...
168 contact Bali radar director on 119.7. Enjoy your morning.
1015 119.7. Good morning, Clumsy 168. Let's go ahead and set that up in the Pilot2ATC. Radar director. First time I've heard about that kind of frequency.
1,000 to go.
Clumsy 168 descending flight 9,000. Clumsy 168 descending 9,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. UNH is 1015 cleared for the RAV approach to runway 09 with the cruiser transition at Augusta Gararai International. Clumsy 168 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
Okay. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, Clumsy 168. Cleared for the RNAV approach as well to runway 09. Okay, good. I won't read that back now because Pilot2ATC will get confused. That is set. Altimeters are set. We are cleared. Let's prepare everybody for landing. Get the chart in here. Should be right there, right before Kuta. Kuta Kinabalu. Might be a bit different. Let me double check that the minimums are 280 feet. Yes, indeed. I have that set. Good. Alright. We're good to go here. And let me set this up so we have the vertical... I can't remember what this is called, but I love it. It shows you the direction and if you're descending or ascending, climbing, and how much, and if you're going to cross any altitude restrictions or whatnot. It's perfect for landing, especially in an RNAV situation. I don't know, personally at least. Let us all be quiet and allow to focus on landing properly. Yes, I'll need all the focus I can get. Now the frequency for ATC is changing bit by bit, so I don't really have I can't pinpoint it now. And I think this particular one, radar director, doesn't have any ATC frequency at all. Can't hear anything in this kind, and it's the first time really that I heard about it. I'm familiar with center, tower, departure, approach, but not a radar director. That might be an Indonesia specific thing, I don't know. Look at that. So we should be 3,000 above by the time we reach Kuta, and looking at that view, we will be. So it gives you a perfect visual representation of your vertical path. Love it. Now the weather should be pretty good. Yeah, it's almost perfect headwind. Is that the airport? Yeah, I think it is. That's the airport right there. No cloud cover, good visibility. Dang it, I almost hate it because I won't have an excuse for a bad landing. Everything is being set up to be a great landing. I think it's yeah, it's all up to me now, man. We did get clearance for the RNAV approach, so we can actually turn this down to the minimums plus something. Minimums is 280. I know they add something there. I don't recall it so much. Just going to keep it at 400 feet. 280 plus 50, I think. But yeah, just 400 feet to be on the safe side. By that time, we should have the glide path captured beforehand. The uppy downy indicator. Yes, the uppy downy indicator, exactly. That's a technical term for it.
Clumsy 1682NH is 1015 at Augusta Garara International Contact Tower on 118.1. Have a good morning.
QNH is 1015, tower on 118.1. Clumsy 168, good morning.
Clumsy 1688 AIX frequency is 118.1.
Frequency on 118.1, Clumsy 168.
Aircraft calling radar direct. Say again with your call sign.
Bye. Tower. There we go. Tower, Clumsy 168, inbound for RNAV approach to runway 09.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue RNAV to runway 09, call when established on final.
Continue RNAV to runway 09, will call when established on final. Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, you were garbled. Please say again.
Leave it. That's the Japanese controller now. Now I can hear it. Adjust heading to runway heading. There you go, 87. That should place us well within that range. Perfect. 10 miles, setting flaps 1. And we follow the flap schedule as mentioned here, so by the time that reaches that point, I go flaps down again, bit by bit. Actually, I need to go faster a bit. Yeah, just a bit of crosswind here. Very minor crosswind, I think. RNAV, yes.
2500.
Drag required, yes, we will be getting drag very, very soon. There we go, there we have it. We are currently at flaps 5. Continuing our descent. We have the VNAV path now actually, so we should be able to set missed altitude to 2000. Flaps 10. Landing gear down. Beautiful approach. Beautiful approach. 3 green, landing gears are down. Flaps 15. Engine start switch to continuous. Arming the speed brakes. One sec. How do you arm that? That's different now. That's
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch altitude set.
That's strange. Okay, let's set it that way. That's different from before. Crap, I'm a bit late, but I think we can make it. Flaps 40.
Clumsy 168 wind sir 108 at 10 knots cleared to land runway 09.
Clear to land runway 09, Clumsy 168. There we go. That should be fine.
500.
Let's go and disable autopilot. Let's go and disable auto throttle. If I can find it.
Approaching minimums.
Please don't land on the
300.
Ocean.
Minimums.
A bit far here. Land
200.
a bit high. There we go. That looks good.
100.
That's perfect. 50.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We bounced a bit, my bad. There we go.
Clumsy 168 exit runway when able.
I'll take that. Dang it. Yeah, I need more practice again.
80 knots.
Flying once a week is not enough to get good landings. Stowing speed brakes. We should be able to turn off on here. This one should be good. Stow the speed brakes. And flaps up, full. And where do we land? Where do we park? Let's see. Let's stop here. Clear of active, Clumsy 168. Hey Rohan, made it!
Welcome to Augusti and Durai International Contact Ground on 118.8. Have a good morning.
Ground on 118.8, Clumsy 168. Good morning. Good morning as well, Rohan. Good evening. It's a normal landing. I'll catch up with chat in a bit, guys. Sorry. Give me a few seconds to get back to the real world. Little hard, great job. Yeah, it was a little hard, must admit. Happens usually in that airport. Good to know I'm not alone. Goodness, we're not on the ocean. Great job, Captain. No worries, Rohan. Hope you're doing good. Ground Clumsy 168. Request taxi to the gate. Let's see where the guy will tell us to park.
Clumsy 168 taxi to gate 20 via taxiways November 4th.
Taxi to gate 0 via taxiways November 4. Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 taxi to gate 20.
Oh, 20. Taxi to gate 20. Clumsy 168. November 4 is here and we're not really there. Okay, let's have a look. Airport parking gates 20 is right in there. Oh, that's a bit hard. A bit to the left of November 4. That's the closest we can eyeball that. Okay, so somewhere here. Alright, let's make our way there then. Prius! Bought a car for yourself. Oh, nice! Congrats, man. What'd you get? The pickup. I'm sure it's the pickup. Turn off the rain. Did I miss something? No, we're good. Weather radar, let's turn that off. Landing lights we can also turn off. And strobes we can turn off. Transponder can go to alt off. 08 Civic with 48k miles. Wow. I envy you, man. The Civic is my dream car before, and yeah, it's a very simple car, but yeah, I'm a simple guy. November 4 is here, and then it should be like the gate to the left of November 4, 20 Alpha. Let's go with... My dream car before, if I remember correctly, was the... I think it was the 2000 Civic, the electric blue color. It says flies to Bali. Maybe wrong plane models. That's the same as a Prius. Don't let Rohan hear that. I guess any gate would do here. This is not really modeled properly, so the gates will not move. Do you know what? This should work well enough. We'll be getting it this Thursday. Congrats, man. Congrats. Flight directors can go off. Airspeed. Speed indicator set that to 100. And all the other stuff. You know what? I'll leave it as is, but we'll be watching the landing in a bit anyway. GG, Rohan. Make sure to take some photos so we can take a look at your new ride. Congrats. Amazing feeling, I know. Oh, this doesn't look right at all. The line just disappears like so. Hey Bandit, thanks a lot, man. Thank you for 8 months of continued support. Appreciate that and welcome back. Let's go ahead and stop here, because if the jet bridge doesn't work, we can at least make the new cool stuff. The air stairs can work. That one. Air stairs are a thing now. Although I guess you won't probably want that while the engines are still running, so let's turn that off again. Anyway, that looks good. So we can turn off the Pilot2ATC now. And let's go ahead and watch the replay, as much as I would not want to watch it anymore because I know it wasn't good. But yeah, we'll face our fears. There you go. Oh, you did? Okay, we'll wait for it. Congrats again, man. Did a lot of research into was between a Toyota, not a Prius, and Honda. Honda for the win. My first car given to me by my parents was a Honda Civic. I think a 1998 Honda Civic SIR. It's one of those like fancy variants before, which would had like a stronger horsepower than the default Civic variants. And they discontinued it since because I think it was more like a quote-unquote sports car equivalent of a Civic. It's a sports car as it can get. And people who were car enthusiasts were always looking for that model because they were always trying to, how do you say? Set it up? Pimp it out? Or whatever the term is, Alex would know. SIR. Yeah, capital S, small I, capital R. Not really sure what those stand for, but yeah. They run for 300k miles. Wow. Yeah, I didn't get so much mileage in there, but I loved the way that car just drove. That's us now. Actually, I didn't even see that we had PAPI lights. It was so far away. It felt so weird. Actually, we were a bit high. I thought we were right on track here. Yeah, that's not so bad in terms of... Yeah, we should have landed right there, so we're still a bit late. Oh, too late flare, I think. Let's do that again. That was a bit painful. Let's watch that from this angle. Ideally, we touch down there on that strip. Yeah, too late flare. Ouch. Let's have a look at how that is feeling in here. Yeah, little bit late flare. Let's hear. Let's see how much the camera shakes. I'll take it. It's not too bad, and we're in the center line more or less, right? Yeah, it's not that bad. It actually looks a bit professional if you don't look at it so closely. Center line and everything. just like cut out some of the parts. Approach was great. Thank you. Yeah. Normal landing for that airport. Thanks, Jay. I'll take that. Jack might have fallen out. Oh yes, we should check Jack's bits and pieces in there. Might have some leftovers. You didn't even spill Jack's mead. Oh yeah. We're lucky. Oh, I love that view. Is your motherboard back? Yeah. His motherboard is back. Let me just take a photo here, guys. This might be a thumbnail worthy shot right here. That one. Could it? Oh, I don't see the tower. That looks like Mount Pinatubo from this view. Oh, the tower is there, not too high. That guy. Alright, let's have a look. Let's find some nice shots. That can actually work. How does it work here? There we go. Let's go ahead and remove the lock so you can fiddle around with the angle. That actually is a very nice shot. Quite cinematic. Am I taking shots here? Yeah. It does look like Pinatubo, yeah. Very familiar looking, huh? Interesting. Earthquake happens there regularly. Ooh. Yeah, maybe it just timed out with an aftershock. Yeah, let's think of it that way. And that's a nice view. That is a nice view. And maybe let's take one from below here. A nice landing feel. Like so. That's a cinematic as I can do it, I think. What's a Pinatubo? It's a volcano in the Philippines. It's like that. Very pointy. In the overhead. Maybe I should start using this device. That's pretty cool, right? Makes you feel like you're in a jet, a fighter. That would help with the landing, I think. I saw one of my friend who's an Airbus pilot. He uses this device. Not sure what you call it. When he was landing, he showed it in his Instagram. It was super cool looking. How do you move it up? Oh, there you go. Very, very handy. I have to use it sometime. I think I will need it for a smoother one. Anyway, alright. Let's go through the motions and set things up. Bits! The bit monster is back. Start the APU. Cut off fuel to the engines. And we can actually turn off the lights now. Flight deck door can be opened. Look at how quiet that is. Beautiful. Isolation valve opened along with APU bleed. Fasten seatbelt signs can come off. Chimes off. And fuel pumps can go off as well. Let's turn everything off here. Anti-collision lights as well.
Prepare for arrival and cross-check, thank you.
Thank you. Get back to you guys in a bit, okay? Alright. Let's get ready for disembarkation. Is that what they call it? Let's open the doors. Make sure that the stairs are down. There we go, and let's let them leave in one piece. There you go. Stairs, beautiful. The engines are still moving though. Double check. Yeah, still spooling down fully. Mount Agong. It's not visible in real life from the airport anymore. Oh, is it because of, I don't know, smog? Look, there's actually a plane taking off there. How nice. That guy. Nice. There you go. Engines have spooled down fully now. Okay, everybody happy. Alright. Terminate the flight leg. That is the quickest disembarkation ever. Close the doors. Turn off the yaw damper. IRS turn off as well. Set that back. Trim air can go off. Air conditioning. Engine leads off. Air conditioning packs are off. Everything off. What else? Nav lights can go off. Emergency exit lights. What else am I missing? Generators we can off already. And standby power and batteries. And now we can close the door. And after that's done, we can remove the air stairs. And we have a full flight. There we go. The show name yet. Yeah. We'll be waiting for your pickup, Rohan. You can be an Uber driver now. A Lyft driver. That's so cool. And you can get some driving practice at the same time. It's a good excuse. Because there are taller airport buildings now, I see. It's not this small anymore. I see. Thanks for the info, man. I'll be on the lookout for it when I get there. Designated Survivor. Yeah, that's an amazing series. I stopped watching it at season 2, but I think I will continue. But thanks, Practical Pilot. Yeah, go ahead and get yourself a merchandise there. Feel free. You can get one via Teespring or Redbubble. Either way would work with me. Look at that plane. That might be our plane. We are flying a Jetstar. Smooth. Beautiful. I think we will try World Traffic next week, if I remember. Because I am excited to try it. Something to look forward to. Anyway, let us leave it there for now, guys. A few minutes early. Sorry about that. But I'll catch you again on Friday for some trucking this time. And if you have recommendations, which truck you want, if you want to go ETS2 or ATS, let me know. And yeah, we'll see. I think it's USD. Yeah, I think it adjusts to where you are. I'm not really so sure though. I will be in Bali for a couple of days. I think 4 or 5 days. Week after next, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So there might not be any streams then. I'll let you guys know. I haven't reviewed the schedule yet. 1560. That might be USD. There you go. Look at local currency. Alright. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate the lively discussions and the amazing support on the flight. Goodies for me to visit. Oh, nice. Sure thing. Well, remember that. Thanks. Have a great day. Happy birthday again to Jack. It is after his birthday now, but still. Happy birthday and enjoy, everybody. Have a good night and catch you in 2 days. In the meantime, let's keep in touch on Discord. Okay. Have a good one. Thanks. Thanks, Jay and Alex, for helping moderate as always. And Ron as well for dropping by. And everyone else for joining. Bandit, Practical Pilot. And whoever else I missed. Barry might there be in the background somewhere with Jack. Happy Honda Day, Rohan, indeed. Thank you and good night, good day. Bye.